Yeah, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another educational video. Today we're playing Syndra versus Azir. First got the Airy plus bone plating combo, so I think I'm not going to be trading autos with this guy anytime soon. So we're just going to look to basically go for splinter trades. The thing I really dislike about this matchup is once you burn flash, you basically just get permanently engaged on a vault. Also, this guy just completely outranges me unless I have E available. I find it impossible to walk through his sand soldiers. And the other thing is that I really think that Riot should look at showing how many charges he has of sand soldier on his actual bar. It's like they did it for Gangplank where you can see how many kegs you have, but like Azir being basically an anomaly and not knowing how many Ws it has available is like pretty crazy to try and play around. But like once he has a sand soldier down, he can just Q auto, just constantly reset. Bone plating makes it really hard to get favorable trades. That and Azir has like one of the best scaling helps in the game, so if he goes Merc Treads or even a Null Mantle, it just feels insane to play against. We're just got like 2k HP at level 9. I've decided to go for a cheater recall. I've got a Diana jungle, so it is what it is. I'm not playing for the 2v2. We're just going to reset in the middle, and it's going to slow push towards me, because he's probably going to try and fast push it. If I teleport back, I can keep him in this resource situation where he has no pots and I do, but I'm just going to go and walk back. Looks like I'm only going to lose one minion, maybe two, to walk back. But if I TP back immediately, I'd be able to contest wave state and maybe hold a freeze, but I've got enough minions to hold a freeze anyways, so. It's just we give him a free recall by doing it this way. But I get to keep my TP, and I'm really worried about wasting TP and then getting immediately one-shot at 6. But Shyvana jungle, Diana jungle, they're both pretty useless champions as far as I'm considered. It is what it is. There's a slight gold advantage on me because he recalled with more money. Nice. At this point, the wave's going to neutralize back in the middle, so I just need to fast push it. Because otherwise my minions will clump up on it and it'll slow push towards him. So this is my wave, just neutralizing the wave back in the middle. Alright, let's go for a ward. I'm not losing anything to put this ward down right now, so it just gives my team some vision to work with on Dragon Spawn. I've got nothing, so I just gotta create distance. Anytime I commit my QE and I miss, I just have to run. Fortunately, Hook misses, but that's okay. Looks like she burned flash in that 2v2 top, so. This guy doesn't really have a way to contest this dragon without basically losing, so. I can continue to let this wave slow push towards me, which gives me the safety of my side of lane. And I think I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to look for a first strike combo if I can, though. It's kind of hard for me to get splinters in this matchup, I feel like. But fortunately, even though I missed and I basically bricked the entire wave, he continues to push for me, so. But the only way for me to interrupt the Azir combo is by holding my E, so if I use my QE and then he engages into me afterwards using WQ, then he gets access to a free Shurima shuffle and I'm basically forced to flash every single time. So if you're going to use your QE, it has to be on your side of the map, and you have to make sure that you're not giving him access to a Shurima shuffle combo. So it's like right now, the moment I've committed, I just have to create space. Like even now, he could technically E to that and then Q mid-transit. and force me to flash if he has assistance. He doesn't have the damage right now because he doesn't have the Nashor's components, but next reset I'm pretty sure he has enough damage to do it. Now we're forced to crash this wave, so I'm going to play for a pretty greedy wave trade. Just going to try to get this pushed in so I can go back and spend my money, because I'm sitting on 1400 right now. Love your YouTube videos. Thank you so much, Grill. Appreciate that. Now, I technically could kill him. He's got no TP, right? So that was the big advantage of what we did, is we forced him to use teleport. Oh my god. We got the money from Void Grubs to buy Dark Seal, but I wasn't ready for it. So we have big resource advantage. He's forced to let this wave push into me or all in. But TP advantage lets me basically force this resource deficit, because I'm sitting on so much gold compared to him. He got me. But we got his flash, so. Now the thing is, once he commits to that, like, he's basically standing behind his own wave. He's got to run through me to get to tower, so it is what it is. I'm going to pass on this one. Flash advantage is huge for me, because now I can actually flash his Shrima Shuffle. But he's basically an Amp Tome and a D-Ring trying to out-value a Lost Chapter. And he already had, what, like 60% of his resources available before he even came. I think he actually gets Nami. No. They all die. I mean, there's just no way I get there in time. I can't afford to give up this wave. Got QE available now, so it's pretty free pickings. Again, we're just trying to keep very short, very concise trades to not give him free value whatsoever. And it makes it a lot easier for me to commit QE when I'm this close to my tower. I don't mind if he jumps into me at this point, so we're just going to run directly at him. So at this point, I'm forced to crash this wave, or Diana kills him under tower, whichever one comes first. Perfect. Now we get 2 plates for free. But once we chunk him out like that, we just have to get that wave pushed in so I can take something tangible, which is the plates. Or if he stays, he dies under tower. So it's nothing but positives by pushing. Even if I freeze the wave there, we are technically denying CS, but I'm losing out on like 250 gold and the potential of creating a solo kill. So this is the higher value play. Yeah, he could have flashed the Q to begin with, but at this point I think this guy's triggered. I was low-key losing level 1 through 4, so. Very sloppy for me. I committed to the flash play and then they all turned, so then I had to double back and I was like, you know, I have to commit to flash at this point. I lost too much spacing. So I was forced to use my summoner to go forward there. Big sad. I think cutting them off was the correct decision. I just hesitated the moments they turned back. I think I could have saved like a teammate. Whoop. I mean, I have 2k gold. I don't ever feel good about staying for this dragon. I could have just waited until I reset, but now I'm coin flipping it. Lots of splinters here. Not going to convert this because I don't have anything else to follow up with, but lots of splinters. You know what? Honestly, I can come for this. He pulled her out of my QW combo, so I didn't get the flashy WQ. Double kill. Feels bad, man. Fortunately, tier 2 boots, insane move speed, 394 MS. That is what it is. And I should be able to convert one more plate here. What's going on, friends, online community? How's your day? Pretty good, man. Thanks for asking. What about yourself? Or one Corky, though. Is he going for a Shurima shuffle from Fog? He's not. Alright, now I just gotta get out since I missed. Something I usually like to do is I just sit in Fog and wait for them to go for the wave push, but... He should Shurima shuffle me here, but he didn't commit. I gave him the chance by leading with QE, so there's nothing interrupting him from walking into me there. To push into his teammates. Oh. Cool. I'm just getting donated stuff right now. Ooh, that plate seems real juicy on top of that. Okay, now I'm at risk of being Shreemed. Thanks, bro. He's got the Nashers too, if he's power spiked lands. Immediate teleport back for map presence, also not to lose a wave. This is your last seen top set of mids, so we're just going to immediately run down. This is extremely winning, though.
Killing spree. Godlike. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been
Skillcap said that Cosmic Drive second on Syndra has highest win rate. I'm just gonna laugh out loud in response to that. Is this like a specific person at Skullcap, or is this like they have a website that gives information now? Genuinely curious. They said it in a video. Okay. It's the Nemesis build, the one that doesn't work anymore since Leandri's got gutted. If we want to talk about a Nemesis build, you know what build's actually better? It's the Cupic build. The Cupic build is a Nemesis build, but it just makes 10 times more sense. Hope I saved your life. Let me go look up Syndra builds right now. I want to see this. Is a sample size of 81. Fascinating. Did Cosmic Drive get buffed this patch? Just curious. Yo, Lucky, thanks for the tier 1, man. Welcome back to the Platonic Harem. Can I get some Zianni struts in honor? It's like 25 haste, 2,700. Cosmic 3,000. You get HP, ability haste, move speed, spell dance. Like, all of these items that we talk about in terms of itemization, like, they have concrete, like, use design, right? So it's like, when you go Storm Surge second, you're prioritizing damage and utility. When you go Rabadon second, you're prioritizing scaling and just raw stats. So it's like, when I'm playing against full bruiser teams, I'll often go Rabadons or Void second. When I'm playing against squishy teams, like, you can legit go Storm Surge first into Shadow Flame. Like, Syndra has a lot of different build variations. The thing I dislike is when people just build things for the sake of it having the highest win rate, because it doesn't reflect what an actual game variable is. Because the thing with the haste build, and the reason why I was so broken when Lianji's was just like the best time of the game, is it was just literally the best in slot in every conceivable way. And the game isn't played like that anymore. It's not just you build the same items over and over in every game that you play. Now, there is something called a core build, which is the most optimal items on a champion. And sure, there's probably a universe where you could just avoid all interactions and play around cycling your abilities. Like, Cupic finds success doing it bot lane, where he just plays Syndra full haste. And he goes Legend Haste over Transcendence, but... I think there's too many variables to just say straight up that Cosmic Drive second is just best in slot in every conceivable way. They'd have to just make the item so overtuned that it's just better than everything else, at every part of the game. Because if I go Storm Surge Shadow Flame, I get 3k raw damage. The main argument that people have as a supporting factor for going full haste is that Syndra damage output is insanely overtuned, and it is true. Syndra just has an absolutely insane overtune when it comes to damage. So regardless of what build you go, you normally just end up overkilling everybody by a significant amount of damage. So you don't always need to itemize full damage, because after a certain point, it's reductive, right? It's like, if I'm doing 3k damage and they only have 1.5k HP, the stats are wasted. The thing is, when you have an insane overkill threshold, it makes it easier to make mistakes in the same way that having haste means that you can just miss stuff and get rewarded for it. So, like, that's the main benefit of the haste build that's always been, is that you get extreme utility, you can make a lot of mistakes, and it just takes you landing one QE to convert it to something if you have meaningful teammates. You might miss out on major spikes, because let's say that I go full haste and then I'm doing 700 damage less than another build, which would be Storm Surge or Shadow Flame second. Maybe I won't be able to penalize windows as much, but I can do it more often, especially if I'm consistently just landing everything. I just don't like the idea of just defining everything as you do it or you don't. Which is odd, because that's basically what we're saying, but... I want things to be built with a purpose. I want people to do things with a purpose. I don't want them to do it just because they're told that it's the best thing imaginable. That's my personal preference when it comes to itemization. Is that you are doing things with a purpose based on actual, like, factors in your game that are present. It's like building full magic pin into an entire team of magic stacking. Magic resist stacking will never make sense, right? Like, even now, I get questions about why I'm running First Strike versus Comet, and it's just like, they're both good for great reasons, and you just gotta pick based on what is reasonable for your game. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Have a good one. Bye-bye. We went on an omega tangent there, guys.